Hello everyone, my name is AISYAH HUMAIRA. My ID student is 2025424877C. Today, I want to share with you my very first travel experience, a journey filled with laughter, smile, and unforgettable memories. But first, have you ever felt that fluttering excitement in your stomach just before the first plane ride? You know, like butterflies are doing a little dance inside you. I remember feeling exactly like that. Traveling had always been my childhood dream, and experiencing it for the first time filled me with pure happiness. This trip was so special to me. It was not just about visiting new place, it was also about learning patience, planning carefully, and even discovering a little bit more about myself along the way. Today, I'm going to take you through everything from the preparation before the trip to the adventure themselves and the unforgettable moments I experienced. Before stepping into the excitement of the journey itself, every adventure begins with careful planning and preparation, with each just thrilling as the trip itself. Are you ready? Let's go! Hello everyone, my name is I had always dreamed of visiting a calming and soothing place, so I spent hours searching online for a destination that would fit my small budget. Lucky for me, the Indonesian currency was weak at that time, making everything more affordable. After doing some research, I discovered Medan in North Sumatra. There are a lot of beautiful mountains, waterfalls, lakes, and it sounds like a dreamland. I was already imagining myself swimming in the waterfall, hiking mountains, and camping under the stars. After making the destination to travel to Indonesia, I head out to exchange my money. I feel incredibly excited the first time I had Indonesian currency in my hand. At that time, I could not help but wonder, is this really happening? Am I truly going there? After that, without overthinking too much, I began surveying several travel agencies and eventually came across Pocket Trip. The reviews were very positive, and I noticed that many Malaysians had traveled to Indonesia with them. Feeling confident, I directly messaged the person in charge and asked about private hiking package. Since it was a private trip, I was convinced that I would have a lot of fun and freedom during the journey. Then I booked ticket flight through a third-party site for cheaper rates. I prepared 3 months earlier in advance. I bought hiking shoes, a windbreaker, snacks, and backpack, and packed all my personal essentials. Since this was my very first mountain hike, I knew I had to prepare my body. So I started doing some training at the gym like squat, treadmill, and some light hiking practice. I want to make sure I would not get so tired on the actual hike soon. I felt a mix of nervousness and excitement. With all the preparation complete, and I was ready to turn my plans into reality and embark on the adventure I had been dreaming of. On the first day, I went to a waterfall, Kolam Abadi. The path down was steep and challenging. My legs felt like a jelly. But the moment I reached at the waterfall, I could not believe my eyes. The water was crystal clear blue, and I could not resist swimming and splashing around. It felt like I had stepped into a dream. The view was so unreal, like I was in some kind of fantasy world. The next day was even more thrilling. I hiked Mount Sibaya. I woke up at 3 a.m. I wore a thick windbreaker, knowing the temperature at the peak would be very cold. I hiked with a guide and 4 other hikers, and unexpectedly, I made new friends along the way. The cool air made me shiver, and my breath was shaky, but I was determined to reach the summit. So at the beginning of the hike, I felt like giving up as my breathing became irregular. However, when I remind myself of my strong desire to reach the summit, my motivation returned. We finally reached the peak around 5 a.m. The weather was freezing and I was shivering due to the low temperature. Still, I felt incredibly grateful to witness the sunrise while sipping hot tea. At that moment, I felt like I was dreaming. I could see a beautiful carpet of clouds and even the active crater of Mount Sibaya, releasing a strong sulfur smell. It felt like all my trial had been paid off. On the next day, I went camping at Holbong Hill. It was raining that night, so stargazing was impossible. The stars were hidden and the rain soaked at the hill. Before sleep, I cooked instant noodles for dinner. Surprisingly, it tastes incredibly good. Even though I could not see the stars, at least my stomach was full. That night, I slept peacefully inside the tent. I woke up early filled with excitement and continued hiking around the area. Although the sunrise slightly visible in the morning, the scenery in front of me was still breathtaking. When I reached the top, my eyes were fixed on the view before me, accompanied by a gentle breeze. I almost tear my eyes out. At that moment, words could not describe how I felt. I was deeply moved as I looked at the calm waters of Lake Toba and the strong hills standing proudly around it. I felt that my problems were small compared to the vastness and peace of nature. I can watch the Lake Toba appear in all its glory, all the green mountains and calm wind. I felt overwhelmed with emotion and gratitude. And that moment, I whispered to myself, my dream was finally coming true. Later, I challenged myself to descend over 1,000 steps all the way down to see Sipiso waterfall from below. I went down quickly because I was so excited. When I reached the bottom, all my fatigue disappeared as the cool breeze from the water brushed against me. I almost leaped because the wind was so strong. The mist, the greenery, the flowers, it was surreal. Climbing back up was exhausting. I cannot even feel my legs. Despite the exhaustion, I was satisfied. I had witnessed an unreal actual waterfall right in front of my eyes. Nature is truly magical. During these moments, I laughed, I gasped in awe, and even teared up a little bit. It was an emotional roller coaster filled with joy and wonder. Before heading back to Malaysia, I made sure to buy few souvenirs and batik for my parents. I wanted to bring home a piece of Medan, a place that had given me memories so precious and unforgettable. As the trip came to an end, I reflect on the experiences, the challenges I overcome, and the unforgettable moments that made this journey truly special. Overall, my trip was more than just a journey to a new place. If my life were a book, this trip would be one of the best chapters. From planning the trip to the adventure themselves, I learned so much. I realized that dreams really do come true when we step outside of our comfort zones and explore the world. My first trip was unforgettable, full of joy, excitement, and self-discovery. Although I felt exhausted after the trip, a deep sense of satisfaction and joy filled me. I had gained so many new experiences, each one leaving a mark on my heart. I felt a peaceful calm that made all the tiredness worth it. I realized traveling is not just about visiting a new place, it's about discovering myself, my strength, and the beauty in life. So everyone, where's your dream destination? Maybe it's time to pack your bag, step out of your comfort zone,